cottontail rabbit is another species that sometimes cause damage in our garden and lawns. They have a very similar diet to whitetails. The main difference is that they can only access plants at about 12 to 18 inches off the ground. So generally, shrubbery and trees aren't damaged, except sometimes at the base where they will girdle trees. And when that happens, you can use some type of tree wrap to keep them from damaging the bark and the cambium of those woody plants. Generally, you want something with a pretty small mesh to protect against rabbit, like a quarter inch mesh. And if you can get it up about 2 foot off the ground, that'll be sufficient. Although if you're having deer damage too, it needs to be much higher than 2 feet, obviously. But plastic or metal mesh works really good to protect individual trees or shrubs. Now, if you're having problems with rabbits on herbaceous plants like garden plants or violets or other really tender annuals or perennials, you're going to need to do some other things. You can use repellents, but similar to deer, they're generally not highly effective for very long. You have to constantly reapply them, and you want to be using contact repellent, not area repellent. So a contact repellent being one, again, that you're going to need to spray directly on a plant. And for rabbits, you need to look for products that are thiram based. Those are going to give the best effectiveness at reducing damage. Some other things you can do is just try to select plants that rabbits don't consume, and there's plenty to pick from. And you can go on our website. We have a fact sheet that lists a lot of plants that deer don't consume, and the vast majority of those that will also apply for rabbits, so you can use that as a good starting point.